everybody. Welcome to TED Talk. Yes, I am social distancing and wearing a face mask. These are our new face masks, TED Talk. Thank you to badjujumask.com who created these, and I'll take it off now. But these are kind of cool, aren't they?
That's cute. I need to order one.
Well, every one of our guests gets mailed one for free today. After the show, we've got 3 amazing guests today. Boy, if you could put 3 people on a stage with a microphone, you wouldn't need anything else if it was these 3, because they, in their own right, they're all 3 of them. I've had the pleasure of meeting and working with all of them, and they're incredible. So let's say hi to all of them. My friend from Las Vegas, she does the most amazing tribute to Barbra Streisand. Phenomenal singer, phenomenal person. Hi, Sharon. How are you?
Terry.
So you're in Vegas.
Las Vegas, good old Las Vegas. Yeah, it's not Las Vegas right now, that's for sure.
I saw a video of a drone flying over the city. Boy, it's bizarre.
It's creepy. There is nobody on the and really you can tell when you walk down the strip. There's nobody in those hotels. There's just nobody.
Crazy stuff. Well, great having you on the show. Thanks for joining us. Another great friend of mine, I've known this lady for, I don't know, maybe 150 years, something like that. But she's an amazing singer, an amazing person, and I'm thrilled to have Charity Lockhart on the show. Charity, how are you?
Pretty good. How you doing?
Very good, very good. Okay, so who was that behind you? Is that Mom?
Oh, yeah, that's my mom again.
We'll
Yeah.
definitely have to bring Mom on to say hello in a second.
Yeah. She's getting up there in age, so you'll see her going back and forth on the screen. She doesn't know where she's going.
Okay. And where are you? Are you in Phoenix?
I'm in Phoenix, yeah, Scottsdale.
All right, perfect. And then a lady who I only met for the first time a few months ago, but boy, did we have a blast. And
We did.
What an entertainer. Woo! And what a fabulous person as well. Welcome to the show, Cheaza. How are you, Cheaza?
Hi, guys. I'm great. Feeling blessed. Feeling blessed.
Where are you right now?
I'm in Las Vegas as well. Physically, I'm in Las Vegas, but mentally, I think I am in the Bahamas.
Absolutely.
So
The great thing about Zoom is that if you really want to be in the Bahamas,
I do.
you can kind of do this
Ooh.
and pretend.
See, I knew you could take me there.
But great having all 3 on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. This will be a blast. It's TED Talk episode, I think it's episode 16. Could be 17.
16.
16. It's something like that. Anyway, it's episode 18.
Oh,
Right. Episode 18. And it's April 17th, and this is going to be a blast. We start off with 3 quick-fire questions. I'm going to start with Sharon. Are you ready, Sharon? No pressure.
Okay, I'm ready. First, Cheaza, we're probably neighbors.
We probably are. I'm in Henderson.
Gosh, I didn't know you. Okay, I can't wait. We'll talk.
Yeah. Talking. Of course, social distancing
Of
talking.
course we will. Of course.
Perfect social distancing.
And I love the nails. Love it. I don't have my barber nails. That is for sure. They're
You
gone.
guys taught me when I was popping off my nails. Jen texted me. She was like, call. I was like, put the thing down.
Perfect. All right, Sharon, here we go. First quick-fire question. What is or what are your pet peeves?
Oh, pet peeves.
Yeah.
Ooh. Where do I begin? No, I'm joking. Oh dear. I do have a pet peeve. I do have one. Mia, come here. I'll show you.
Okay.
This is my dog. I have come here, sweetie. This is Mia.
Nice.
This is Mia. And you know what? I literally can go to the mailbox, which takes me 3 seconds, and she will go into the bathroom right there by the garage door, and anything that is in that garbage can, she will chew up instantly because she freaks out because she thinks I'm gone. That is a pet peeve. She drives me nuts.
Wow.
Is that a good pet peeve or a bad pet peeve?
It's good, because if she was chewing the toilet paper, you'd have a bigger problem these days.
Oh, that's right. She does chew up the toilet paper. That is a.
All right, Charity. Oh, you have another one, Sharon?
And heart and soul. I can't take that. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, okay. Charity, what are your pet peeves?
My pet peeve. Come here.
Oh, you got a puppy too.
Whoa. This one.
Oh,
And he leaves crumbs everywhere.
Oh.
Like a rat. Yeah.
Really? You do that?
Oh, I thought she was calling her dog.
Perfect. Cheaza, what's your pet peeve?
You know what? I'm a bit OCD. So my biggest pet peeve is a person cooking in the kitchen and not cleaning up as they go.
Oh,
Ooh, as they go.
It is, my family always gets on me. They're like, Mommy, my kids, Mommy, I just put the cup down. Where's the cup? My pet peeve is having things laying around in the kitchen while I'm cooking. That's just one of them. And then it goes to the couch. The pillows have to be right before I go to bed. It's those kinds of things that are my pet peeves.
Yeah, that's OCD.
But you know what? I think my family started taking advantage of it.
Okay.
Because they know I'll clean up.
God.
My kids, they're not slick. They're not slick. I'm like, she'll get the cup in 5 seconds.
All right. The next question, I love this one. I can't wait to hear these answers. It's a bit tough.
Oh, dear.
I'm going to come up with something. I'm going to start with Charity.
Good.
Charity, you are stuck in an elevator. Who do you not want to be stuck in that elevator with? Who do you not want in the elevator with? You can't get out.
Oh Lord.
Oh, dear.
How many people now?
Well, it can be a number of them if you've got a few you don't want to be in there.
I might get a tweet the next morning for this, but Trump.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move past that. I get it. Okay. No Trump in the elevator. Cheaza.
Yes, I'm going to have to say this is easy for me, Freddy Krueger. When I was young, I had the fear of Freddy Krueger. Nope, no Freddy Krueger for me. No horror, nothing.
Okay. Well, so far we've got Donald Trump and Freddy Krueger. Sharon, who do you not want to be in the elevator?
It's a toss-up. It's a toss-up. Cheaza, I'm with you. Hannibal Lecter.
Oh!
Yeah. Or an Elvis impersonator.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. As you know, we have viewers watching the show. Jeff Flanagan just said, Sharon Owens is the best.
Oh.
Do you know Jeff Flanagan?
I know Jeff Flanagan.
Oh, well, he said hi. And who else have we got? Stacy Seafried said, we love Mia.
Oh, that is my sister-in-law.
Oh, is it? Well, my sister-in-law.
That's my sister-in-law. She's in Florida.
Awesome. Natalie Grillo says hi. And yeah, there are lots of people. And Ann Davies, who's my wife, said, Charity went there. All right. So we've got Freddy Krueger, Hannibal Lecter, and Elvis impersonator, and Donald Trump in the elevator. Ouch. Interesting.
Oh, that's funny.
All right, here's a bit more serious question, but a fun one. This is for Cheaza first. If you could sing or perform on stage with any one person in history, known or whatever, who was the one person you'd love to perform with?
That's easy for me. My grandmother. She's passed away, bless her soul. But she was always inspiring me to sing the songs that I love to sing. You know, my mom would give me some great songs to practice, but my grandmother would always give me, her rendition of the song. And I said, one day I'm going to bring you up on stage, but bless her heart, she passed before I could do that. So I would love to do that.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
Yes, it would. It would.
Yeah. Sharon, how about you?
Oh, gosh. You know what? These are hard questions. These are hard questions because, you've got the if one, and then maybe real. Like, you say past or present. So if I were to go into somebody that's dead or something, I just said Elvis impersonator, but Elvis, I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
I would love to sing with Elvis. But if it was real, and if I could someday, my beautiful niece, Sahara, who is Stacy's daughter that just wrote in, someday we are going to sing together. She is an up and coming, she's going to be a Broadway singer. She's a star. So someday we will sing together on stage.
That's fantastic. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Charity.
You'd probably be surprised about my answer, but I'm going to say David Foster or Quincy Jones.
Ooh, good one.
The reason why is because I love singing about stories and just like really passionate lyrics. And those two people have been people I've really been wanting to work with for a long time. And if they were on stage, I know it would be the bomb songs.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's great. 3 great answers. Well, today's show is going to be great. I'm very excited. As I told you, all 3 performers here are powerhouses, incredible in their own right. I've seen and worked with all of them, and so it's great to ask them some questions about their career. I'm going to start again in Las Vegas with Sharon, and we're going to talk to Sharon about her career. It's a tribute to Barbra Streisand. I think there was life before Babs, I think, for Sharon as a vocalist. Love to hear a little bit about that, but also obviously about the Barbra stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
You mean pre-Babs?
Yeah, pre-Babs.
Pre-Babs. Well, you know, I didn't start out as a vocalist. Like going through high school, I played the flute, and my sister was like the singer, and so I kind of held back a little bit, and I didn't sing a lot until I was about 16, and I wanted to be musical theater, Broadway. And do you know, it's still on my bucket list. It really is. Someday, I know I do Babs. I know I do her all the time, but it is, I studied voice at the University of South Florida. So I studied opera, and I loved my pre-Babs, but you know, I don't know, girls, if you feel the same way, but you know, not having to audition anymore is pretty nice.
Agreed.
I know.
Well, your Barbra Streisand show it's got everything, and obviously you capture everything. We're looking at some stills on Facebook right now. There you go. There's the Babs face. And you really do capture that vocally and body language. Do you still enjoy it as much, becoming Barbra, when you walk on that stage?
Oh yeah, I actually, and I bet you the girls here with me would agree. It kind of went like this for me. It was a really cool peak in the very beginning. I was loving it. I was learning because I'm in my 18th year doing it. So it was this really cool peak, learning the facial expressions and the mouth, how she pulls it down, and learning all those things, and everything got exciting. And then all of a sudden I kind of started going on a down slope. I sound like the coronavirus, you know, I sound like the flattening line or whatever. No, but I started to second guess myself, and what about Sharon? And I want to do Sharon again, and blah, blah. And you know, that one day, I don't want to go into the story too long, but one day I was doing a gig in Florida, in Jacksonville, actually, and they were doing a rehearsal for a Broadway show, a tour show there. And a bunch of the singers came to the show, and the show finished, and they waited for everybody to leave. And they sat there with me at the bar, and they said, because I was in that time in my life where I'm like, lucky you guys, you're getting to sing yourself and do different songs every 6 months. And they said, no, lucky you. And they really changed. They changed how I thought about my career. And I all of a sudden thought of myself as an actress. And I thought of myself in a different way, that I was portraying Streisand like an actor would do for a movie, or an actor would do, or singer would do in a tribute movie.
Yeah.
I just do it every single time I perform, not just for that one movie.
Do you find yourself doing any mannerisms, physical or vocal? Question from a viewer when you're not on stage being Barbra?
I find myself doing it without knowing I'm doing it.
Wow. That's cool. Well, if any viewer there has not seen Sharon perform as Barbra Streisand, you will be blown away by this video clip. Check this out.
I am so happy to be here with you tonight. I really am. Thank you so much for having me. Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. So let's sing a song of cheer again. Brooklyn Choir.
She's incredible. And I've actually had the pleasure of being musical director on that show a few times.
Yeah, right.
And boy, can you be a pain in the ass to work. No, it's tremendous stuff. You definitely know what you want when you're up there musically speaking, but the show is great. It's a tough read, but it's a great show. So if you get a chance to see Sharon Owens on a ship, on land, anywhere as Barbra Streisand, go see it, because it's pretty incredible. We haven't touched on the Frank Sinatra show that you do with Sebastian. Right. We'll try and throw that in. Maybe get Sebastian on the show, because the concert that never was is also great. So thanks, Sharon. That's
okay. Yeah, that would be great.
Cheaza, how are you?
Good.
Most important question, how are the nails doing?
You know what? If you see my mouth go like this, that means I'm popping. Hey, we're in quarantine. I get to do the things that I don't normally get to do. I get to be rough and rugged. I like that. Absolutely. I'm never in makeup when I'm at home, so I love that part.
And who are you in quarantine with?
My husband, actually. My husband is back and forth, believe it or not, to California and here.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, but he is home quite a bit, and I'm here. So, yeah, me and my cat and my dog.
Awesome.
I love being home, though. See, that I love being home. I love being on the couch. I love knickknacking around my house. I love decorating. I love all these things. My kids say, yeah, because you're getting old, Mom. Whatever. I'll take it.
Well, there's a lot of us that do a lot of traveling, especially people on the ships and so on, that are actually still quite enjoying this being normal for a while. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. But Cheaza, you're a phenomenal entertainer, phenomenal. Boy, that audience live in the palm of your hand, which Anne and I witnessed on the Royal Princess just recently, is tremendous. But I know, I've got to be honest, I know nothing about your early career, about stuff. So I'd love you to touch on that. Tell us how you got here. And then, of course, we want to talk about The Bodyguard. But tell us about the early stuff.
Okay, so my mom is a singer. She was an Ike with Ike and Tina Turner. So I grew up watching.
Hang on a minute. Don't skip past that. Say that again.
My mom was an Ike. She was an Ike with Ike and Tina Turner. Yeah, she was one of the three girls that performed with Ike and Tina back in the day.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I grew up watching her perform. She's sang with quite a few people. As a child, I didn't realize that seeing these people in my living room and me going to their house was going to be something to help mold me as an entertainer. I had no clue when I was 6 that I was looking at, Prince patting me on the head and stuff like that. And Climax, Lakeside, all these people were like my uncles. Shaka Khan, I've watched them all sing with my mom, and my mom friends with them. So I didn't realize that as a child, and as I grew up, I found my voice through my mom handing me music, great songs, great music, and trying to give me that work ethic that we all know we need in this business, and that dedication. You know, be as dedicated to a no as you are to a yes. So throughout the years, as I got older, I started running track. I ran since I was like 5 years old. So I was an athlete. My mom put us in track and field and dance, and I ran with Marion Jones in high school. She was we were rivals, but she was a great friend of mine. She still is. Ran track, went on. I lived in, where did I live? Lancaster, California.
Okay, near Palmdale out there?
Yes, Palmdale, Lancaster. I was there all of my high school years, some of my college years. And then I decided to move to Vegas in 2003. I can't believe it because I only wanted to come here for like 5 years, and now it's been like 17 or something like that. And it's been good to me. I went on to sing on the Strip in a band for a while, for about 4 or 5 years. Until I then went to sing with Wayne Brady over at the Palazzo, the Venetian. And so I was improvising and singing backups with him for 3 or 4 years. And then I got called over to audition for a show called Peep Show with Jerry Mitchell. It was, he's a Broadway producer. I never did a Broadway show in my life, never did, anything with a cast that big, So I auditioned, got the role, opened up with Mel B and Kelly Monaco in about 2009. And then the lead role, I was a background singer at that time. And then the lead role was offered to me. And that's pretty much how I got my start here in Vegas, was in Peep Show with Jerry Mitchell. In about 2010 is when I was offered the role. And I played that role for 4 years. So
pretty cool.
Yeah, that started everything. So, yeah.
What a story. Boy, what a story. And I'm looking at some of the photographs that were thrown up on the feed, and you look like $1 million.
Oh, thank you.
I refer back to the Royal Princess when Anne and I came to watch you. And, as you know, we were on vacation. We were just chilling out. And, we're saying, okay, yes, let's go and see another show on a ship.
I know.
But it was fantastic. We loved it.
Thank you.
For anyone who hasn't seen, Cheaza in action, just check this out.
I've got the stuff that you want. I've got things that you need. I've got more than enough to make it drop to your knees. 'Cause I'm the queen of the night. Queen of the night. Queen of the night. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Take me over my hand, 'cause I'm all my colors, time really needs love, very much love. I don't wanna have to go where you are. Put back in restrictions on me, run from sin. There's nowhere to go, but don't make
told you. So good, so good. And so diverse. Some of those clips is from all kinds of stuff, Cheaza. Really good. So tell us, I know we talked a little bit. I think I remember you telling me on the ship that the Bodyguard is a bit of a dream role for you.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about the Bodyguard.
As I said, I've never been involved in any musicals before. Peep Show was a musical, but it's a little different than Broadway musicals where you have to do the acting. And I was pretty much set free. Jerry Mitchell says, do your comedy. I was the host of the show. So I got to make up everything that I did. I improv'd everything in the show. There were a few lines that I had to follow, but he let me loose on stage. But I wanted to experience what it felt like to be in musicals and possibly go on to a Broadway show or do a regional show. I've never done it before. So I got a call from Nick Kinkle, who was the choreographer, the assistant choreographer in Peep Show. And he says, hey, what are you doing in, October, August, September, October? What are you doing in these months? I said, well, I'm on the cruise ships, but I took some time off. And that was the time that I thought I was going to get to spend home. But those couple months, I auditioned for North Shore Music Theater to play Rachel Marin in The Bodyguard. And I booked it. I was so shocked, I was shocked. I was really shocked. It's when I look at musicals, I just look like, you have to have experience to do these things and you have to know what it feels like to be up there and do it. It was one of those intimidating beasts to me. So I always wanted to do it. I did it. It ended in November. And then I got booked right before coronavirus, all this happened. I got booked to go and do a tour for 4 months playing Rachel Marin in The Bodyguard for Riverside Theater and Walnut Street Theater in Philadelphia in Florida. So hopefully we can bring that back around. But yeah, it was my dream role. That's one off of the bucket list for me. And I'm off to the next thing. Awesome. On the show. This is my bucket list. Here we go.
Absolutely. Well, we love it. And thanks, Cheaza. So good hearing your story. And I can't emphasize just how positive person you are. It was our pleasure to meet you on the ship. It was a blast.
Thank you. You too.
One of the highlights. Not the highlight. The highlight was the pizza, but you were very, very close.
That highlight was the pizza. I never post that on Instagram.
And so we're with Charity Lockhart. How you doing, Charity?
Hey, everybody.
I got to tell you a couple of things about Charity. And everyone on here are amazing entertainers. But in my life, being a singer and being a pianist, there's very few times when I'll sit in a theater and cry physically when you hear somebody purely singing. And when we did our expo here a few months ago, we followed the expo with Charity's tribute to Aretha Franklin. And I was with Jan Stenning, as you know, and my best friend Sam Kane, and Anne and Nick, and we cried like babies. Your voice is stunning, Charity. It's stunning. And you're such a wonderful, wonderful person. We go back, 10 years maybe? When we first met at Sky?
Yeah, it's been about 10 years.
Yeah.
A little bit, about 10 years.
Tell us a little bit about, you growing up and getting to the Sky bit, and then we'll touch about that and then jump into today.
Well, I grew up, of course, as most Black entertainers, in church. And my dad's a pastor, was a pastor. He just retired. And my mom, she played piano and she had a music school. And I kind of just went through church singing. I didn't like it, but, they kind of made you like it. It's one of those things that when you're a PK, a pastor's kid, you gotta learn instruments. You got to learn how to sing because they don't want to pay nobody else to do it. So that's what happened. I mean, I can sing. I know a little bit how to play the drums, a little piano, some violin. I played violin from elementary school through college. And that's kind of how I got my foot in music.
Cool.
So I guess what I did was I went through high school, then I started taking lessons and then went to college through conservatory, got scholarships, buku, but then I decided I wanted to double major because I love biology. So I double majored in biology and music and immediately got burnt out and dropped biology, but kept going with music. And right before graduation, I got offered a tour in Europe and I went. And so I did it, and I never went back to school, which I really would love to go back to school because I would like to finish and actually be a doctor. And so that dream has never ended, but a voice doctor. But I'll do that later. But I went and I did a tour in Europe, and I just kept going. That tour changed my life. And then I got married, then I got divorced. And in a divorce, of course, every divorce is really bad. This one was really horrible. And I had left and went to Arizona. Now, when I went to Arizona, I had my 2 kids. My daughter was like 9. I think my daughter was 9 and my son was 3. And so we hopped in a car because it was one of those things that I had to leave quickly in my divorce. So I left everything, and we just had our bags, our like garbage bags of clothes. And I had literally $100. And I was like, we're going to Arizona. And so we drove to Arizona, and there's a whole bunch of miraculous and miracle stuff that had happened. I mean, how do you get to Arizona with $60? I don't know. That's a miracle in itself. But I had like $40 left. And I finally got to Arizona, and we lived in a car, and I used my gift in order to make money. So I went to the first bar, and the kids were in a car, and I had them watching this little movie thing. And, you know, they were watching movies. I said, I'll be back. And I went in and I asked if I could sit in, and I sat in with the band. And the next night the owner said, hey, can you come back and sing again? And he gave me $50. And that's how it started. And I kept going. Then I go and I said, well, Charity, you need bigger money. So I started looking for competitions, vocal competitions. And that's when I found Sky Idol with Terry. And they were offering $1,000 and a whole bunch of other stuff that, you know, I thought I saw a car on there, but I didn't get that. But anyway, it was $1,000. And I went in and I just said, you know, just do your best, do what you can. And that money was the first money to our first apartment. And so that's when we got our apartment. And so it just kept kind of going on from there. I went to Vegas with a friend. I said, what's going on in Vegas? And I just kind of sat in at a hotel, and a guy was sitting there from Japan. And he said, hey, you know, you want to go and sing at my club in Japan? I was like, yeah, right. Okay. But then he had his secretary call me, and next thing I know, I was on a flight going to Japan. So it just kept going on and on and on. And that's how I got here.
Absolutely. And when you told us the story of, we didn't know the story of yours literally sleeping with the kids in the car in the parking lot of our restaurant while you came in for the competition. Yeah. Had no clue. Blew us away. And then we flick forward, kind of fell out of touch, didn't see each other, and then just reconnected in the last 3 or 4 years. And now we're doing the Aretha show, which is stunning. But if anybody has not heard Charity sing, watch this.
Hit-driven decades, one iconic voice. All hail the Queen of Soul, brought to you with love, inspiration, and respect. Charity has audiences up on their feet with standing ovations as she takes them on a vocal journey with the music of Aretha. She is a vocal powerhouse honoring Aretha's incredible songbook and style with love and inspiration.
Changed. they have to feel changed. If they don't feel changed, I did not do my job. If they're feeling sad, I want them to be happy. If they're feeling broken, I want them to feel more whole. Always has to be love and inspiration. I don't want you leaving the same way as you came in. Has to be love and inspiration, because that's my purpose. That's my purpose.
Told ya.
Wow.
It's there are no words. And you're watching that reel. For anyone in the industry, don't think that was a studio. That was live. Everything was live. We haven't melodined it. We haven't touched it. That's how ridiculous she is. And I just got I'm going to quote this from one of our viewers who's a female vocalist with a fabulous voice on the ships. Jen Maldonado just wrote, "The audience only sees diamonds and pearls. They never see the struggle. Awesome story, Charity and Killer Pipes."
Wow, that's right.
Yeah, and it's true. And it goes for all three of you. You watch all three of you on stage and talk about commanding that stage and commanding that audience in the way you entertain. Charity, I know one of your big idols, Aretha, and she passed away, and here you are doing a show, and then it's really started to take off with Aretha's Chord and Linda Solomon and the whole Aretha estate getting behind you with this tribute, recording with George Benson, and all that starting to take off, right?
Yeah. That's actually what's great about this whole thing. Like, I have time to record, which is my passion. I love recording. I love recording almost more than singing live. It's just it's a passion for me, and I'm able to do that. So I've been recording with George Benson. I'm recording with Robbie Benson, which is George Benson's son, of course. Preston Glass is the one who wrote a lot of the tunes for Aretha and produced Aretha's music. So what we're doing is Aretha was going to finish an album, but they had asked me to finish the album that she was trying to finish. So I just got 9 songs the other day with that. And so it's really cool, even with the social distancing, being able to go into the studio still. And I kind of go in this back door and it goes right into the vocal booth, and everybody else is in different rooms. And then when I finish the vocals, I just leave right back out that door and go right to my car. So it's really, I'm having a great time doing all these recording sessions.
Good. And I have no doubt when we come out of this, all three of you are going to be out there entertaining people, putting smiles on faces. To the viewers, I kind of say this in every show, but I don't think I've ever meant it more than this. These three people are stunning entertainers, and you really should try and get out to see them. We're going to move on to the segment of the show that's a bit of fun. It's called Where in the World is Terry?
Where in the world is Terry?
Where in the world is Terry?
All right, where in the world is Terry? So we've been doing all kind of different things, geographical locations. Yesterday, we put me in movie sets. No, we're going to change it. It might be a little tricky, and it might be okay. We'll see how it goes today. I'm going to change my background, and I'm going to be on stage in a Broadway or West End musical or play. I want you to tell me which play I'm in. Okay, the first one's for Sharon.
Oh my gosh.
Now the other two, you can play along, but you have to be quiet. Even if you can,
Friend?
Are you ready for this?
Can I phone a friend?
You can phone a friend.
Don't phone me, because I'm probably not going to know, girl.
Get ready, Sahara.
Who are you phoning?
My niece.
Okay, and is she watching?
I think she is.
Okay, we are phoning a friend.
Okay.
You can ask the audience. Okay, do you want to tell her what you're doing? Does she know?
Okay, I think so.
This is the first.
Okay.
All right, Sharon, no pressure.
Okay, I'm ready.
Which Broadway or West End play am I
You gotta move your head. Help me, girls.
Oh, I know what this is.
Sahara, where am I? What musical?
I think I know this.
Oh gosh. Well, it's not. I mean, it's got those guys. Oh, oh, come on, Cheaza, help me out.
But if Cheaza doesn't get it,
He does.
Yeah, The Bodyguard.
it's The Bodyguard.
Oh, you darn it! She didn't know either.
That's Deborah Cox.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, that was a little bit difficult. And I did that because of
There.
So I am going to give you an easier one, Sharon.
Okay, good.
Where am I now?
The little puppets. Q. Am I right?
Nearly. I mean, you've got the letter.
Q. What the? Come on, girls. Yeah, no fair. You're cheating.
What is it?
It's something Q. Chad.
It's not a street. It's not a road. It's not a boulevard.
Avenue Q.
Yeah. All right. Charity.
Oh boy.
Yours is actually quite easy. So if you get this, I'm going to give you something else, which might be a bit more difficult. But which play am I in?
Oh. The color purple.
No.
Really good guess.
No, it's not.
Really bad guess. Really bad. Any ideas? See, all the viewers are going, oh, come on.
I know they are. I grew up in church.
I know. Church and not Broadway. All right. I know Sharon's dying to give this.
Well, is it Newsies? No.
No.
Pirates or Penzance? Is it?
Oh my God, you guys suck.
Oh, I do stink. Okay.
Cheaza?
As you can see, my lips are sealed.
Okay, come on, Sahara. Nobody's here.
You guys, I would
Master
not.
of the house.
Master of the. I was gonna say Les Mis.
Les Miserables.
It looks. I mean, it does look like Les Mis. Yes, it does.
I thought.
They look a lot younger, and they look a lot younger than the old.
Oh, boys, you guys are getting a lot of grief about this.
As embarrassing as I've never seen Les Mis.
Oh my! I love it.
I'm going to tell myself, I've never seen Les Mis.
Wow.
You know, I have two really quick stories about Les Mis. First of all, Anne and I were, it was years ago, 1980s, I think. And somebody came in and gave us a cassette tape and said, you got to hear this song. It's from this new musical that's out called Les Miserables. And they gave us Master of the House, but it was out of context. And we said, what a pile of crap is this? And of course, then we went to see the show, and it was there. And the other story is when Nick came out of high school, he got the role in the amateur production of Les Miserables. And at the same time, Anne and I were going somewhere, and I can't remember where we went, but we didn't take him with us. And he wasn't too happy that we didn't take him with us. So when we came back, and he said, I know you didn't want me to get a tattoo, Dad, but I just did Les Miserables, so I just tattooed 24601 here.
Oh, 24601.
So he has 24601.
Oh my word.
He does, really?
He really does, yeah.
Oh my. And how does he feel about that now?
Well, he's never got the role again, so he's really screwed.
Oh.
He has to move to Maryland now for where that zip code is. And that's...
Exactly.
All right, we're going to move on to Where Am I for Cheaza. Now, I don't know how difficult or easy this will be, but boom.
This will be difficult for me. Oh.
Where are you?
Okay. Is that Rent?
It is not Rent.
Am I close?
Well, it was Broadway. That's that close.
Oh, this is going to be so embarrassing. People are going to just cream me.
No, this is a hard one.
Any viewers?
Hamilton?
Rent was
Hamilton.
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 Praise the Lord, I just have myself.
One more for any one of you. Any one of the three.
Okay. Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
The color purple.
No, not the color purple.
I know what that is.
What is it?
Wicked.
Wicked. It is.
Yes. I hope some Broadway producers around here. good.
Yeah, that was kind of awesome.
Oh, that was awesome.
Oh my good friend played in Wicked, Miss Shoshana Bean.
Oh, wow.
And let me tell you about her voice. Woo!
Yeah, something else. That's for sure.
Shout out to Shoshana.
There's so many great entertainers out there. They're just and you know, Terry, I have to say, and I'm sure the girls agree, you know, you were saying with Charity that you were moved and to tears. And you know, when I went to your show, your tribute to Neil Sedaka.
Oh, right, yeah.
I cried. I was very moved by you and you as a performer. You know, you tell stories. You're a good storyteller, and
Thank you.
And I have to throw it back at you. So I mean, you're giving all the compliments. We need to give them back. So.
I appreciate it. Well, a few months ago, there was a lady at my show crying on the front row in one of the Elton John songs, and I asked her if the song meant a lot to her, and she says, "No, I'm a singing teacher."
Oh.
Boom. Anyway, we're at the segment where I ask the very same question I ask on every show. I love this question. And the question is this. You've got the next 60 minutes in your life that you can spend with any two people, dead or alive, anywhere in the world. Who would you like to spend the next hour with? Two people. And where would you like to spend it? And I'm going to start with Cheaza.
You know what? So that I don't get any grief from anyone, this is a very safe answer, but it's a very good answer for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna say my dog and my cat.
Okay.
My dog and my cat. They're both the same age. They're 10 years old, and they don't talk back, and they listen to everything I have to say.
And where do you want to take them for this meeting?
I would to a beautiful green, shady park.
Oh,
they both love to be outdoors, and that's where I love to be, is sitting in nature. So I would be perfectly fine anywhere in a beautiful green park with a lot of shade.
I get the sense you're very contented with life.
Yes. I like to feel that I am.
Good for you. Charity, two people, one place, anywhere in the world. Who would it be?
Well, actually, I would say my children, but they're with me all the time, so I need a break. So I'm going to say my grandma Banks, when she passed away, she was a missionary, and she knew everything. And I'm also going to say Jesus, because I need some life answers. And both of those people are like, they would give me some good life answers of what's needed. Yeah.
All right. Well, where do you want to be for that meeting?
Where do I want to be? On an island, like the Bahamas. I hear that it's so prettier. That's where God lives, is in the Bahamas.
It certainly is. I mean, you can just do that.
Yeah. See?
That's two Bahamas shout out today. That's awesome, Charity.
Oh, that's funny.
Sharon, what about you? Two people, one place.
Oh, it is really easy. My mom, who is living and watching, Mom.
Hi, Mom. What's your mom's name?
Judy.
Judy what?
Judy Marcellus.
Judy Marcellus, where are you? Say hi.
Mom.
Where are you, Mom?
She's in Florida. I'm not sure if it's, I'm sure she's watching. She said she was. And my dad, who passed when I was young. So my mom and my dad, listen, that's an easy one.
Good. Where do you want to be?
Anywhere. My couch, living room, kitchen.
Just chatting. Good for you.
Yeah, it's heaven.
Well, this was a great show today, ladies. It was, and like I've said to everybody, this is three serious talent show today. Once we get out of this, if you go and sit in the theater again, make sure you go where these are performing, because you will not be disappointed. All three of them are amazing. So Sharon, Charity, and Cheaza, thanks so much for joining us on TED Talk.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you.
For having us.
It's been so good. We are coming up to the weekend. We're going to be doing a very special one. My interview, one-on-one with Linda Lusardi, is going to be coming out tomorrow for the first one, 3 parts. Don't miss that because it's a lot of fun. A few secrets being given away, but yes, it's definitely going to be a lot of fun. If you want to see all the past 18 episodes of Tad Talk, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll be putting the link down here in our feed. And there's some amazing things on there, some shows. The one we had this week with Liberty DeVito, Gordy Marshall, and Danny Serafin was amazing. J.K. Simmons. Next week, we got some incredible shows. On Monday, we're going to feature the 3 amazing girls from Nova in the UK will be on our show. But once again, thanks for joining us on Tad Talk. Sharon, Charity, Cheaza, you're all amazing. Stay in quarantine, stay safe. Thanks, everybody. Have a great weekend.
You too. See you.